I feel like we should. The government should put more time and effort into proving Sasquatch isn't real. Like we get like 100,000.
Hold on.
People.
The moment that happens, Jesse, the moment I think Sasquatch might be real, and the government is like using him.
Dan, if you knew that you were going to die in 10 hours, but you had an erection the entire time, like what would you do with that time?
What?
Like you got bit by a Brazilian wandering spider, and so you're having an erection that's lasting like 10 hours, but then after 10 hours you just die. Like what do you do with your day then?
I don't think the erection factors in if I know I'm gonna die, to be honest with you.
Really? So what would you do with an erection? Like not like the erection factor in, but like you do have an erection. Like do you like go visit like, your family? Like, guys, sorry, this is just the way it is.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes you get bit by a Brazilian wandering spider. We had a lot of good times together. And the whole time they're just like awkwardly trying to look at like the mass of like
Massive. You're being very generous.
Yeah, oh dude, the massive like turgid like peen just hidden away. Oh, we haven't used her in a while. Jesus, forgot she even existed. We also haven't been using our spider very much. So if you want to like put Henry back on the rotation,
I don't think the spider in this particular part, the spider's not good against the other spiders, and I haven't been fighting much else.
That's because it's a male spider. If you want spiders to fight, you need a female spider.
Is it a male spider?
Well, just because it's weak against the other spiders. Like spider, like the stronger spider is usually the woman spider, right?
Depends on species, doesn't it?
Land's End. I just saw a thing about like I think this was on Reddit, but it was like a flat earther like making a globe for their child, and like so they're teaching their child like how to be a flat earther, which is that's fucking insane, but also like they are ruining that person. Like you should
I don't think they're
to,
ruining them. I think even if my parents taught me to be a flat earther, it wouldn't take you long to be like, wait a minute, I don't know about this.
You say that, but there's these people that you meet, like how do they become like that if it wasn't because of like their parents telling them like
flat earthers are not like that though, because flat earthing is like notoriously a fake thing that people figure out pretty quickly. No one
Is it though?
Yes. Because no one believed it until relatively recently. That is not something that gets passed down from your parents. There are a lot of things in which that's the case, like racism and stuff like that, but flat earthers, even if your parents are a flat earther, you will figure out at a young age the earth is not flat.
Is it just a meme then?
Yeah, no, the flat earthing thing is not believed by people unless they have other things going on in their head. Or most of them are aware that it's fake. They're just going with it.
Oh, we're about to boss fight here.
I hope not.
This looks like a boss. Oh, we found like the frigid north.
A new area. We're out of the catacombs.
Well, we didn't find the catacombs boss, so that's not.
Next time we find a bench, we're going back because there's definitely a boss down there.
Oh no! It's fucking teleporting Henry. He can teleport now.
Oh, I actually don't think we can travel any further because we need like a big jump.
I wish there was a bench here. That would be cool.
Ah!
I feel like you're right about most of it, but there's definitely people that aren't insane, like clinically insane, that believe like the Earth is flat.
I didn't say they were clinically.
Well, you said something else is going on, like that.
Yes, there's something. There's the whole idea of the flat Earth is relatively recent, as far as a conspiracy theory goes. People who believe
Well,
it are in one of two categories. Either one, they know it's fake, or two, they just need some sense of like belonging in a group.
wait. So they know it's fake. So they're just doing it for like lulz. Like they're just trolling.
Not, I can't begin to tell you what their reasoning is, but most of them know it's fake for sure.
Hmm. It's another jump we can't do. Dude, we gotta find the fucking King of the Will.
We
He's
don't need
down
to
there
make that
somewhere.
jump. That just connects to a room we were already in.
So, like, are there any conspiracy theories that like you buy into, Dan?
Any conspiracy theories I buy into? I mean, some of them are believable enough. Like, not entertaining ones. Like when
Like
it comes
Bush did 9/11.
No, that one's ridiculous. That's
Oh,
another
okay.
one that doesn't it's not really based on anything more than like wouldn't that be crazy if but ones like
Well-
JFK.
Oh, okay.
Not that I think the CIA killed him, but there's clearly more to the story than the official account. Like maybe there was a second shooter that didn't get arrested, so they kind of try to, keep it quiet.
It was the comedian.
Ones like that, or like Martin Luther King, his assassination is also one where it's like, is that the whole story? Oh, we can't go up there. But those aren't really entertaining.
It's kind of wild. I couldn't even tell you who killed Martin Luther King. Like, I don't know his name.
Exactly. They don't want you to know.
Wasn't Malcolm X assassinated?
Yeah.
A lot of assassinations. See, you've given me shit about this before, and I'm gonna put myself out here and just be that guy. But like, I'm not saying I believe this, but I could see that like the moon landing, the original moon landing was fake. Like that
What?
could be a real thing.
Stop. You don't actually believe that, do you?
You see, we fought about this before, and I'm not gonna say I believed it, but like,
No,
I
stop
did
right.
give it
If you,
some
Jesse, I
credence
don't
in
think
my
we can be
younger
friends
days.
anymore if you honestly believe that.
Yeah, see, this is what you said to me. But like, I used to like think that like Stanley Kubrick could have filmed it, you know?
He couldn't have, though.
It just seems like one of those things, like exactly just like JFK, like something that like the government would like to cover up.
But
you know,
there's absolutely no reason to believe it, and there's plenty of evidence that that isn't possible.
yeah, I don't actually believe it, but I could like, it's not as insane
all
as
the
flat Earth, right?
To me, it's pretty up. It's not quite that bad, but it's pretty damn close. Of conspiracy theories that people like actually believe, that to me is the most ridiculous one.
Really?
Yes, like that is beyond stupid if you truly believe that. And if anyone listens to this and actually does believe that that is the case, stop listening to our channel like this.
Dad won't be your friend.
I wouldn't know, because that's just ridiculous. Just ignoring any sense of reality.
I think the only thing that gives it more credence, though, is the fact that like it was all based in like the Cold War, where the U.S. was willing to do anything to like beat Russia, even if it was like lying. You know what I mean?
But even the Russians were just like, "Yep, they landed on the moon." Don't you think they would have a vested interest in perhaps getting to the truth?
You know, they're not like too bright sometimes.
Yeah,
they
no.
didn't have the technology that America did.
We can say for factual certain we landed on the moon. Whenever, we initially did. That is a conspiracy theory that it can't possibly be true. We just know factually, analyzing the data after the fact as well.
Wouldn't it be? What would the fallout be if like we found out now though that it was fake? Like how would like
Jesse, the fallout would be massive because science as we know it would be wrong.
No, but like we've been there since. It's just the first one wasn't real. You know what I mean?
No, even that would be terrible because our science today wouldn't make sense if that wasn't real.
Oh, he scared me.
There's so much that we'd be wrong about with the way light works, the way optics work.
Oh, we got that from like the moon landing?
No, we don't have that from the moon landing, but by analyzing the moon landing footage to prove it's real, if that was fake, everything we know would be wrong.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm ignoring that. I'm just saying like I'm not saying that like it's based in anything. I'm just saying like what if there wasn't any sort of proof like that, but then it was proved to be fake. Because I understand what you mean, that it doesn't it's impossible to make it make sense if it was actually fake. But I'm just like fantasizing a world where like the U.S. government comes out and says like, oh, we actually faked the moon land.
And what the fallout of that would be?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing really. If I'm assuming if all of the ones since then, why did it just do that twice? I mean, other countries would obviously have things to say about it, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
See, to me, like, that has more credence than like people who believe in like Sasquatch, right? Or is that insane?
You're wrong about this, because the moon landing is something that we have a lot of evidence that it is true. So to deny that that happened is to deny things that we know are facts. The Sasquatch people can claim, well, we just don't know all the facts, which is very unlikely, but theoretically possible. There could be something that no one else has ever seen. But we know there is no way the moon landing is fake, because we just have factual information that proves it to be true. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. But that's giving too much credit to people who believe in Sasquatch. Like, just because like they can't not prove that it exists. Like, that's something like a crazy person, like a conspiracy person would say. Like, you can't not prove that the Earth isn't round. But then you're like, yeah, you can.
Well, we know, but we can do that. But I'm saying the Sasquatch.
But they don't believe it.
But Jesse, my point is the Sasquatch thing. Theoretically, we can't disprove, but we can disprove a moon landing hoax for a fact.
I feel like we should. The government should put more time and effort into proving Sasquatch isn't real. Like, we get like 100,000.
Hold on. The moment that happens, Jesse, the moment I think Sasquatch might be real, and the government is like using him.
No, but like, okay, maybe not the government. Like, privately funded. Like, say you have like Jeff Bezos money. You hire like 100,000 people, and you're like, we are going to definitively prove that Sasquatch isn't real. And you have like 100,000 people walk like in a straight line all the way like from like Canada, like the top part of like Alberta or something, all the way down through like the top of the West Coast. And then it's just like, okay, we didn't see Sasquatch. Like, not a single person saw Sasquatch.
I knew a kid in high school who was always out hunting Squatch.
He was what?
Hunting Squatch, as he would call it.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Is like Pennsylvania known for like having
It's not known
sightings?
for it, but there are Squatch sightings everywhere. Right? I'm not saying Jesse, I'm not saying he was on the right track. I'm just saying I knew a guy who hunted Sasquatch in high school.
Did he say he ever like saw him?
No, this was also a kid who didn't believe dinosaurs were real.
Okay. Well, see, that the first time I ever heard somebody say that, I was like,
he thought dinosaurs were a plot, like the government put them there just to fuck with us.
Oh, the government, not just the like. I've heard the devil, like the devil, like I can at least put a little bit of like credence in that. Like, okay, fine, if you like actually believe like in God and the devil, like maybe that's something you would believe in. But the government put the dinosaurs.
Yeah. I always thought it was funny that this was a man who was like so into that dinosaurs couldn't be real because they're not in the Bible, but Bigfoot is. Where the fuck are we going?
Notorious for being in the Bible.
We can't go to the right here.
The left, right?
To that room with 2 open spots. I was thinking that too, but for some reason we couldn't go there either before because we were already in that room.
Fuck off. Oh, we're out of heals, so it's just probably over.
We're not. We have full heals.
Oh, my bad. I'm an idiot. I just looked at it wrong. Yeah, Sasquatch in the Bible. Love thy Sasquatches that I loves themselves.
Oh, we just can't connect from here. We gotta go to the other way, I guess. We can't go up.
Maybe like leprosy is actually just like turning into a Sasquatch, and like Jesus.
Why? That seems the
lepers.
opposite of being a Sasquatch, being a leper.
Well, no, that's just like they didn't have a word for it back then, so they just were like, "Oh, it's a leper," but it was actually just a guy turning into Sasquatch.
But leprosy still exists.
That's another conspiracy question mark. Leprosy.
You can get leprosy. No, it's real.
Is it curable? Like, don't tell me these things, Dan. I don't want to hear about leprosy.
Okay, I guess we won't talk about it more, but it's definitely real.
Well, like, no, but like, how can you get rid of it?
It's treatable. I think with modern medicine you can. You get it from armadillos.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard armadillos have leprosy, which is like insane. I'm kind of convinced that I have like a spot of leprosy on my hand.
That's not how it works.
Cause like I have this like little part of my hand, like right underneath my thumb. It's about like the size of like a silver dollar, like a John F. Kennedy dollar, and it like maybe once or twice a year, it kind of like peels and gets like red and weird and like bumpy, and then it just goes back to normal. But it's just on my one hand.
Okay, that's not leprosy.
If somebody knows what I have, please tell me.
I think it's probably just like a rash or like dry skin or something.
But why does it come back habitually? Like that
probably
I asked my girlfriend.
Affected by the season.
Who's a nurse? Oh, that's poison. And she was like, I have no idea.
Oh, I didn't hit him.
Fuck.
He fucking turned his head so quick. Okay. Another one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, he can't leave his like edge though. So I know I started talking about this like a while ago, but I got my dad into battle bots now, and so he's like texting me now like every time he like doesn't agree with a decision. But this is probably like the most universally like bad one. Like I know like this is like you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but there was a fight in the semifinals. Maybe it was like the one before the finals between Hydra and Tantrum, the year that Tantrum
no
did
one
well.
knows. Oh my god, they're everywhere in this bitch.
Somebody knows. And Hydra clearly won that fight, and they gave it to Tantrum. And he just texted me. He was like, that was a bad decision. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
I also, like, you've just discovered this, but then also, like, your father's also, like, just becoming aware of this.
Well, no. It's not like, a coincidence. Like I was over at their house and I was like,
no, I know, but the fact that you had to tell him about it, like he wasn't aware of BattleBots before that moment.
Yeah. Well, I've talked about what he does. Like he watches videos of like a guy playing slots at a casino filmed on like a GoPro. Like
I mean,
his,
watching
like,
people play slots, fucking QXC, that streamer, just got that $100 million deal to play. Have people watch him gamble.
Seriously?
Yeah. Like that's the new big streaming like thing.
All right, Dan. It's time to end this Let's Play and get on to gambling, I guess.
Problem is, I don't gamble.
Never? Like you're like against it, or
I've
you
never
just like
gambled
because of like moral reasons?
Yeah, just not a fan of it.
I see. I just don't gamble because I'm cheap and I don't like losing money. Like I have gambled and I don't mind like a throw at the craps table, but
I'm fighting these guys, but there's no reason to. There's nothing up here that I can do.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of this room is really.
Maybe like things that are above us, but we can't go up or over, to the best of my knowledge.
It's very confusing. It's just kind of like a fuck you room.
That's not one of those
Maybe.
guys.
Well, maybe once we kill all of them, like the path will be revealed to us.
I think, but I'll do it.
Witch Elaine. What a fucking
Well,
legend.
there's a lever.
Oh. See? It worked.
I don't think we had to kill that guy, though.
I'm a genius. fucking poison pot. I like how like the enemies have changed like to like a new like scary meta, but like the fucking archers are still the same, giving us a hard fucking time.
There's also still the tadpole men every once in a while.
Yeah, but he didn't know about Battlebots, and he's big into it. So like that's good. I'm like glad I got him into it because now I have somebody else I can like talk to about Battlebots.
Yeah, like way late.
One of those is fucking monster. And you'll never guess which one.
I mean, again, I knew it was gonna be one, but now before they would kind of wait for you to get close enough. Now it just lunges right away.
You just taste like so. You smell so tempting and tasty. I'm so into Battlebots. Oh, that's what it did. It was hidden by a pot.
Okay, which is the one that I want?
The other one took you up, yeah. Oh, dude. This fucking lever pot room is fucking brutal.
The lever pot room is brutal. It's time to ask, though, Jesse, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? And be careful how you answer that.
Or else there will be no more fair weather friends.
This isn't necessarily the one you believe the most. This is just your favorite. So it could be like flat Earth or anything. It's just what do you
favorite?
Yeah.
Wow, I don't really know a lot. Maybe I need to like next episode I'll pull up a list and go through them. But probably like my favorite one to like think about like actually happening is that like there is like a secret underground organization of like rich people that control the world. Like that's kind of interesting. I guess if you want to say Illuminati, it could be
because if you
else.
don't say Illuminati, Jesse, it's not a conspiracy theory. There is a group of rich people that control the world. That's just capitalism. Like yes,
well, like
that's not a conspiracy theory. That's economics.
Like it's not a conspiracy until they start wearing masks and they like.
Yeah, that's why if you call it Illuminati, it becomes conspiracy. Before that, it's just reality.
I don't want to make it so narrow though. It could be any secret group. You know what I mean?
Like the Keebler Elves.
Yeah, exactly.